name ensures that forever I'll reign.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, that's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Watson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They try again with Cohen, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Mills now. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Cooper, the man in motion left. Throwing on third down, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start with a give to Cohen.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Armbands at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's Mills. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Complete to Tariq Jordan. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing, Mills. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Watson off play action. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time.
Greedy Williams picks it off, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
And Cooks hands it over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And the tight end goes in motion left.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mills.
And that's complete to Cooks.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Mills.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
To throw, Mills.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Here we go,
in motion comes the tight end left.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
He gets it to Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the 27, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Mills' throw taken in by Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Now Chubb running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 115 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Looking to throw is Mills.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
60 yards.
And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Watson on third down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the 50, it's Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, 31 yards.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Again, it's Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Quick throw complete by Mills. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Mills to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Browns drive about to get started. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands up. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw is Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
York now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 2nd and 12, Mills. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A run between the tackles with Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Taven Bryan with a nice play defensively. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Mills. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of